This is about second series, and there's about 12 series. Yeah, so somebody pays for all that, and that gets paid for that. TV company's buying it.
Played it really.
Well, for those who follow the football club, particularly those outside the very elite, sometimes far outweigh the good. It is, they say, the hope that kills you. Nights like these can look like a distant dream, perhaps even an unachievable goal, but football fans pay their dues in the hope that everything clicks, that their time comes, and now all that must be so firmly felt in Leipzig tonight. Two clubs playing in their first major European final, each with a chance to make history, to do something truly special, and give those loyal supporters a night they will never, ever forget.
The
2026 Conference League final, Crystal Palace against Rayo Vallecano in Leipzig. Two clubs, Lucy, for whom this means so much.
I mean, what an atmosphere. Massive night for Palace. Biggest in the history, same for Rayo Vallecano. They're fearless. The opposition for Palace, high intensity underdogs, they press aggressively, and they've got a real strong identity. This will be tough for Palace, but certainly the favourites.
Sarr immediately looking to get in behind them. There was that combination, wasn't it? Mateta and Sarr that led to that goal.
What a red over there, isn't it?
In the first leg of the semi-final against Shakhtar. So important. Palace performance with Tasmin.
Spanish crowd.
No, it's these people never in jail, but they haven't been custody that time.
So Munoz to take the early throw in here with numbers forward for the Eagles. Sets of plays. Felix goal kick that is getting about Jimmy Riyad. Lucy, it's such a huge.
You know, the ladies when you're watching these programs, the cost of
I mean, Richards will be amazed simply because that three in the back Campbell acquired.
Well, there's quite a few series of it.
Very, very effective for Glasgow's team. You know, they work very well as a three. So for Riyad, he has to come in left footer, so it's Santi. And Campbell's going to move to the other side.
Well, Glasgow's final game, this is Palace manager, says winning tonight would be his pet ambitions. Sent forward by Ritsu. Give off Riyad's forward. Thrown here to Ryan.
Really. His first is a group, gets himself into the gear, gets rid of any nerves.
Quite rendition of Campbell Rover. Shortly before the players came out, never heard it pointed out that.
Great atmosphere all over the place today, especially here.
Officially, each club has just over 11,000 tickets, but having been in Leipzig today, I can tell you there's a lot more than that for both clubs. There is Inigo Perez.
Yeah.
It's really clear yesterday.
So there's a lot of programs in a season.
Essence and identity is seen, but it needs to shine above anything tactical.
20 programs in a season, man.
Similarities between these two clubs. Looks like we know Glasgow's going, but it does look like Perez is leaving after this game as well. The teams want to send the manager up with a win.
Well, the side has been strongly linked with Villarreal, who Rayo Vallecano beat.
We have number 14. That's how they say it's two, these 3, 4, 5, 6. And specials. Quite interesting to watch, aren't they, you know?
in Europe, really came to the fore in the semi-finals.
It's funny when they used to do that road show, road trip. He could never buy it, not really good, couldn't he? Not often you sell in, you know, make big money.
I think it's nice.
Keep
I
playing.
don't know about doing that road trip. Yeah, they know how to treat people, don't they? And in fact, there's been quite a few people who've said that, who's been going to auction, who've said that Anglo understands what people are going through and they treat them, you know, not just for money. So I must go to people's houses and we don't show it so much, but you must tell them when they're, you know, what we're selling.
Settle and now we've got a set piece. It is quite central, difficult one. Not stood over it. Be interested how they work this because they have been quite impressive set piece wise.
Now by the Rhino skipper, Valentine. Although was showing an interest in this show is Yanni Pino. Spataya in goal tonight for Rayo. Had clean sheets in both legs of their semi-final against Strasbourg.
Okay.
Let's see what the plan is here. Numbers forward. Wharton assessing what's in front of him.
Okay, Toshi.
No idea that for Kwan. Manages to keep it going. Mateta waits in the middle. Riyad is in there as well. That was just behind the defender. Really experienced lineup picked tonight by Inigo Perez. There are 6 players in this Rayo 11.
I need to get
who
back.
are
Relative
Inexperience in major finals. He's picked his eldest team.
This is played in Germany, this.
Just over 5 gone. Lucian keeping an eye on Mateta. Munoz to take the throw in for the Eagles.
Well, them with flags, I can't understand how they can stand waving with them massive flags.
It's back to Munoz. Wharton helps it on. The referee saying there was a handball.
Haven't we already got rooms? So if we're going to arrive, we're going to say we've got a reform.
Team start.
Still 26.
I'm sure plenty of the adults who brought their kids
How can it be full when it's
to
26 left on board?
know that it's not
They've
always
just
like
about
this.
4 different
What a
hotels.
period this is in Crystal Palace history. And indeed, Rayo Vallecano's magnificent achievement for them to be in this final.
We've booked for the hotel.
Consider all the adversity
I would have thought
they've
also
got against
the
this group
children.
of players. Not snakes this season, their pitch was deep and playable. It brings us with the ball back here to Valentine.
Do you want to keep it on then, Robert?
It's going.
Jambia.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Palazov, there's something of a frontier among the Rayo supporters.
28 people going.
Players have got all 48 there.
Cis,
Vallecano got the ball and moving it quickly, but Palace working very hard and they haven't got it out of possession, trying to just close them down. And they needed this though, Rayo, I think, just to connect a few passes after the few minutes.
They only give Caledon so many rooms. Each hotel.
Maria,
It's like if you're going to talk.
Garcia, Nalimar waiting in the middle. Henderson came on the way. That was a good decision.
Well, if you put
Both coaches said numerous times yesterday that they wanted their teams to play with joy. Remember what it was like to be a young boy playing
It's
football,
back
but
to
also
everything, bro.
stick to their identity, stick to what has got them here in the first place.
Let's have a do it just slow.
Could be a really good final. This Cameretta Wall, Pino,
this commentators are right now, man.
A forward by Chabani.
He's starting balling it up, the one we played 7 minutes.
Animal gives chase, but Lacroix came across.
Did well in the end. Quite. Palace are doing so. Yeah, Palace are doing so. Getting the ball forward, getting bodies around. Mateta playing it longer than this, just to try and escape that first bit of press from Rayo.
Another foul on Water. He looks sick at the mark now.
Because it's our
Sure, his
country,
mum, who is here tonight, will be serenaded again by
on
the
Saturday.
Palace fans. Even though he said he was pretty embarrassed
Yes,
by
Saturday.
that when he scored his first goal for the club. Here's
Somebody's
Pino.
get
Watch out, tell him that.
Space down the right. Munoz was calling for it. That's where it's headed by Wharton. A little flick towards Sarr, who's brought it down beautifully.
it's 11 on 18 now.
There he goes to Fair.
It's a great touch from Sarr. Bring it onto his left foot, but equally couldn't
So
defend it.
what they got in football and then go to another?
It's in the way, as the ball enters the box, Rayo.
Or do you come on after football?
Yeah.
After rugby, so we go.
That's one.
Sis. Lucian.
Again.
Palace are committing 5 up to try and stop that
Just
playing
got
out from the
sometime
back.
in London, I would imagine.
You also get
It's
time to
directed
do
by
it.
Fiona.
There's a chance to get the ball into Mateta's feet. He has a bit of space as well.
So maybe you got a football rugby first and then stay overnight, have your breakfast. And then they drop you off for a couple of hours in London. That'd be a long time to go.
Headed by
7,
Ratio.
10 a.m.
Straight in there was Riyad.
When
It's a solid start. Hamada here to Pino.
so they must go rugby first day and you must, if you get a breakfast, they must have stay at breakfast.
Palace have to get numbers back now. And then out through the middle.
Yeah.
Different toss arriving on the edge of the box. Different toss will
Imagine you
keep
being
this in
in
his
London
box
more
up
than
here
5
by
hours.
Lansing. Animal who's dangerous in the air, looks in the box, but it's too close to Henderson.
It's an example of
That puts us in 4 or 5 hours to get back up.
ball into the box, but so far the ball into the box hasn't had enough quality just yet.
Somebody get.
It's a warm evening in Leipzig. The temperature at kick-off just under 20 degrees. It's been a lovely day. Both sets of supporters have certainly been enjoying themselves in the city centre.
Full foot weekend this weekend. £79 each.
Lucian. Sis.
Johnny. Cool. You got nothing. No idea.
Amazon.
Oh, no, I'm not.
I don't think that's particularly behind. No, I mean, we go out.
It's just wide to just
They're
try and
drained
find the
up.
benefit for himself.
He should be fresh, Palazon. He's currently serving a 7-match ban in La Liga.
I've got hope for it, isn't it?
Disciplinary record for the side in general is good at all in La Liga this season. They've had 9 red cards and only 2 clubs have seen more yellow cards. It's a great ball for Palazon. Trapped by Hanna. Captain in well. Rancio. Sis.
Just the good work that Palazon did on this right hand side, and he was trying to pick up positions where he wasn't marked. And first time they found him.
Yeah.
It is such a proud neighbourhood of Madrid, Vallecas. Working class neighbourhood. It's a real fighting spirit about it. It's certainly mirrored by their team.
Like 6 seconds.
There's a real collective identity, everything that they do. Club is there to serve the community, vice versa.
We have 2 teams, 2 coaches involved tonight who have each really prioritise the collective. They
I've got delete
prioritise team
that, and
efforts.
then I've got connect always.
Canada looking for Munoz to slip. Just miscontrolled by Munoz.
It's just been a little openings like that that Palace haven't taken advantage of. Not too obvious, but something that can just produce something more than they have in the opening minutes.
What?
Flying Scotsman spectacular.
So on for Chavarria. Has missed some games recently through injury.
Good Tuesday.
Let's see who Munoz can pick out here. Behind it goes for a club. And now it's really useful to bring that when defending set pieces.
Here's taking prayer bench. Level.
Say level number 7 on him. Somebody's matching it.
Now gone in Leipzig.
He's black. Look how little fatty he's back.
Sada almost on the goal line.
There we go.
Next to him, Mateta. Hasn't scored away
So
from
I don't
Sada's
speak
part
into
since
each other.
September.
Actually, I shouldn't pass on it. This try.
Here it comes then from Walton. Palace looking for the breakthrough. Referee sees it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got always been a boys whistle then. The referee, as soon as he went and had a word with Palace players in the 6-yard box.
Look at
Just
it.
what's going on in there, both ways. Both Palace.
First few matches in World Cup. Will
Says
stamp
he
like that
arrived
on
as a
that.
stranger that Allison will leave as a South Londoner. He's really enjoyed his time at the club and hoping for a perfect ending.
He's absolutely transformed the team, the club, the mentality. These players come into this game with a belief that they can win this trophy.
That's the word when you listen to the fans and the players. They all say that he made them all believe. No free kick says Maurizio Maniani, played forward by Sis. Oh, they might have played themselves into trouble here. Hamilton might want it. They had the foot toss in there too. Didn't make the most of that opening
Yeah, Campbell, just decision making there, just lost his concentration. Thought the ball was going to run out. He's going far too slow.
It's Chris's birthday tonight.
cleared by. It's a way of side that have held both Barcelona and Real Madrid this season in La Liga games. They beat Atletico 3-0 back in February. Giant Killers is literally written on the side of their stadium.
And they're not afraid to hit the risk of beat Americano. They've fumbled a lot of big teams in La Liga.
Yeah, when nobody goes, and nobody's up and down.
Jabalia. Garcia. Leisure.
Oh, good. Better son.
Not much in terms of quality of chances so far. Both teams just figuring each other out, but I think Palace have been quite positive in the way they've got the ball in forward areas. They have struggled to convert chances created, but they're certainly playing, and I think Palace will be happy with the start.
Sis. Leisure.
It's with the regular costume. I'm sorry, I don't know what your podcast is.
Oh, someone else as well.
Talked about how the club
Someone else is the rented doctors tried to
renting
get
out a
doctors
cloud after winning their
for his dad was
semi-final.
collapsed. They said they didn't have nowhere.
Oh, ready.
I think it was the players listening to their
When he went
interviews.
to surgery, there was nobody there.
They
Was there?
actually got to Leipzig than they'd expected to.
Placed more
And he said, right ambulance service for about right on the appointment within half an hour.
Yeah.
Time the ball's going to fall by the seams, they then just let the ball through.
Hard to imagine how this Rayo players must feel playing in their club's first ever major final. A real sense of responsibility, which will also be felt by the Palace players as well, something they dealt with so well in the FA Cup final a year ago.
I suppose the pressure is on Palace. I think they feel it, and they feel like it's a European final and they're good enough to win it. We've had to cut the dogs of Rayo Vallecano. Certainly fearless and brave. Perez's tactical evolution, it's been spot on for them.
Jamaria, which is an FA Cup final, not Palace's first major final, but it was their first major trophy as they attack here.
Whoa, come on, ref. That's the yellow card.
And a yellow card.
I thought he was going to give him a red card then.
For the Rayo centre back.
I guess 19 seconds left.
Just cause problems. It's a great ball. Water, Glenn talking before.
Like, which team is this? I mean, red. Red. Crystal Palace? I mean, white is
He's
Spanish.
lucky they have Lucian
Yeah.
jumping in there.
Okay, we want about another 10 yards further up pitch, or else there's been a red card.
Which was well. Which is like 6 seconds.
Confirmation of that booking for Sis. With just over 20 minutes gone in Germany. Can Palace profit from the resulting free kick play short here by Ward? Mitchell. Plenty on the edge of the box here for the Eagles. Wolf was once one in there. It's a difficult ball to defend that.
It's pretty difficult for the Seas. Just needed to get something on it. Just how are they getting on the end of it?
Big one here for Mateta, didn't quite cleared by Valentin. Rias, Wharton moving it nicely here. Palace, Salah to get on the end of it, but that came a time.
It's good defending. Certainly putting pressure on that back line. Rayo, Crystal Palace, putting the ball up direct from the goalkeeper head turn and then just fighting for the scraps. The second ball.
That's
I'm much better this game a little bit more tomorrow. Just a little bit. Few more tables. 4 more tables. Yep, 4 more tables.
So our first corner of the game for the La Liga side.
That's 9 seconds, please.
Still yet to see an effort on target. It's Lopez who's come across to take this. Palazon, 1 of 2 on the edge of the box.
It's pretty good.
Lopez with the ball in, Alan now can quite get to it.
Oh, come on, ref. It was a big foul.
A yellow card for him.
Good ball, didn't we? Yeah.
Really quick to react when it was a broad challenge. We talked about the discipline. This Rayo Vallecano team just knew what he had to do there. Mitchell just make sure he gets to the ball first, towards the foul. That's a chance. Throw him out. came across, it was more or less a free header.
All it goes from Henderson. Valentino with the header then. Walking onto it. On towards Mateta.
Right. Let's get this one.
Flicked on by Liverpool.
Yeah,
With Frutos.
make sure you get because no one pays.
Zissis. Leisure. Aurancio.
Work in the middle of Canada. They're outnumbered in that midfield area. Start for a count.
Lazio certainly want to keep an eye on if they can get it forward down the right hand side. He's got a really marauding style. Creative too. Alazon with the pass. Chamaria is a long way forward. Alinara's in the box.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure he expected that. Not sure
500 for
he expected more than I think it was to miss the cross. Again, Palazon this time goes on that left hand side, picks up a bit of space, receives the ball. All of a sudden, they get forward, full-backs forward. The wide players go inside, it just creates that bit of space for the cross.
Firing his best ball of the season, the Brazilian, and now 5 goals in his last 8 games. Leisure with the header. Kamala Munoz wants it down the right.
Oh, wow.
Calvo. Kamala.
And not quite
Yes,
found
take this
Munoz
over.
as much as you'd expect.
This
Palace down that right side, he's obviously finding himself free.
Very basic stuff.
Great work from Mateta. Terrific.
How brilliant to see him named in the French squad. The childhood dream realised that.
Amazing. He's got himself around from stuff that went on in January. Played himself into this team and such a good personality. It's just infectious, isn't he?
So this just
It's amazing to think, isn't it, that there were 1 or 2 goals weren't there when he returned from injury against Larnaca and now after that failed move to Milan in January. Two months later, named in the French squad and playing in a European final. Kamala driving forward for the Eagles. Campbell. Riyad. Mateta runs in the box. Mitchell with the cross. Mitchell's arriving in on that. And Ryan again.
Yeah, he started his run right the way back. Munoz just ended up fouling. The ball came across as a terrific ball. Mitchell, it's a chance missed by Molamau.
Our sensational summer of sport includes exclusive live coverage of the Tour de France, which starts on the 4th of July, plus the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, which we can't wait for. We'll have over 600 hours of live coverage, and it all kicks off on the 23rd of July. It will be absolutely brilliant.
get this done.
Still really waiting for this final to catch light in Leipzig. Chances so far at a premium. Some of you will have noticed the Palace shirt sponsor tonight is Palace for Life, the club's official charity to great work helping young people across South London through sport, mentoring, and ability support. So really nice touch that to see him on the front of the shirt in the final.
Yeah, he did some brilliant work on the European stage as well for all to see. Terrific from Palace.
Maybe for basic stuff.
I noticed when we were walking around town today, lots of the classic Fly Virgin sponsored Palace shirts. A real
Okay, let's
classic,
go.
that one, isn't it?
So many different shirts
Sweet
over the years, Palace fans.
The TDK one as well.
Yeah.
Lettuce. Okay.
Stars lost it.
Potato.
Palace on.
I need 36.
Off Campbell for a throw in.
And
It was
leave.
an amazing story. Palazon let go by Real Madrid and Villarreal as a youngster, nearly quit game at the age of 19, trained part-time and picked fruit for a living when he tried to get back into full-time football. Still in touch with those that he
Oh, so just me. No longer.
certainly kept him grounded as a professional footballer.
He's just roaming about, he's picking the ball up
Just
in
take
so many
one of
different
the
areas of the pitch.
To get rid of Mitchell.
Scanning the whole time, who picks him up.
Ratio. Keto and Mitchell both trying to take it off him, which kept him play that. Riyad sent it up towards Mateta, but comfortable for leisure.
It's important for Palace that ball's going to stick wherever it goes. They're playing in good areas further up the pitch, but otherwise they just end up defending for longer periods. Well,
It's not bad. I'll get another.
Valentin, Cease, one of two Orion players.
Get another dishwasher
with a
to
yellow card.
I might need to move that wood over.
Certainly came into this game in good form. Orion 9 games unbeaten. Just missed out on a European place in La Liga. Finished 8th, went right down to the final day that.
Keep the order so keep all the clean stuff here. And then whenever
Nation.
I got full enough, I'll put all the stuff in the middle. All the cooking stuff.
Cease. Ratio. Good ball inside by Riyad. Pino immediately looked for Saar.
just that final ball, hit really good positions. Palace just needs a bit more to that pass from Pino.
Campbell got there first. Williams.
Need to get a high level for stuff.
Just finding the feet with that three for Palace. Riyad coming in. Campbell having to go to the right hand side. He's not quite settled into the game yet. The youngster.
Riyad. Campbell. 30 yesterday. Munoz. Palace had a player down. Saracen. How good has he been this season? Palace is player of the year. 9 goals in this competition behind the top scorer in the Conference League. It's been brilliant.
Just caught, I think, from behind.
Well, if trainers come out, they have to go off the pitch.
So I can get the stuff on. Enough cleaner.
What a game we have to look forward to on Saturday, the Champions League final. The current
I
holders
didn't get
and the
German.
French champions, Paris Saint-Germain, up against the newly crowned
I
Premier
didn't get
League
down.
champions.
Ah,
Arsenal.
yes,
Our coverage
no,
begins Saturday, 3 o'clock, TNT Sports 1. The following day will be Wembley for the
Yeah,
Adobe
I'm
Winners.
not
And
I
worried.
haven't
Lionel
got it.
Lucy will be there for that, Brighton against the WSL champions Manchester City. We start at 10:30 a.m. for that, all part of a super weekend live on TNT Sports and HBO Max. How will Glasner feel about the first half an hour or so?
Yeah, I think you look at it and think they started well, Palace, but can you get something from that? The found themselves in really favourable positions, but just not got that final pass right or the cross. I think the mistakes in
Yeah,
the
that ball.
final third. But the defensive end can be happy.
Farmer.
Referee played the advantage after Walton had been clipped. Walton with the ball forward.
Potato. No.
Arteta. Start back on and looks okay. Kamada.
Zimbabwe potato, please. It was perfect.
And free kick says the referee, and Mitchell goes down, and again the referee says no foul. Powers on.
The referee don't let them play on like that. Other team just going to dive in. That's the third degree.
And again it's Lacroix who comes across for Palace.
I have to say, I think the Mitchell one,
Let's see. This was really
the second one, we agree with it with the wall. He sort of moved into it, then did look from where it was that he was caught. Mitchell, we couldn't see because Moore was laid down in front of him.
Vino. He does work hard up and down that right flank. The through toss.
Just needs some energy. There's an energy to Rayo, there's an energy to Palace to work and close down.
The through toss, the most expensive signing in this current Rayo squad, cost €8 million. The second most expensive in the club's entire history. The goalkeeper here, Mataya, just got down for a moment.
Somebody's throwing
Talking to something in the crowd.
Somebody got a laser.
Behind that goal. 11,000 of them. There seems to have been something noticed in the crowd here.
Crying himself before.
Final 10 minutes
Somebody
of
might have
this.
one of them lasers, you know, them what they'll be shining them in their eyes. God knows how they find out who's doing it.
And tomatoes. When fat meat.
Huh? What's that? Eh?
What we're hearing is that there has been a medical emergency, sadly, amongst the Rayo Vallecano supporters.
Somebody must have
Yes,
mixed up.
So understandable the game has just been paused for the moment here. I think that information just was getting across to Inigo Perez and Oliver Glasner.
With the regular.
So the big crowd must have shouted to players on pitch.
Of course, these are two clubs as well, Lucy, where the relationship between the fans and the players is felt
How
so
can you carry on? Is somebody dying?
really noticed that following Palace in Europe this season.
To stop while they get
Vallecas neighbourhood. As you
emergency
said
team
earlier,
into the crowd to see what's up.
them representing that neighbourhood is
The highest
so
club
much to
since
these
what was
Rayo
60.
players.
Well, I've seen it sometimes, and some medical people off the footballers have gone.
Just making sure everything's been dealt with before they
Oh, look there, look.
It's still
Tyre
for
is just
fun
having
is
a word with
60.
the referee.
I guess it's
They say I don't want to play anything. So let's
No, it's 50.
Stewards are dealing with something in the crowd.
Well, whatever.
It's been dealt with.
Saying I don't want to. I don't want to carry on until it's.
Players out with their fans. It's
This
increased
is
by the fact that
Doing
they
that.
actually have to park their cars for the game when they have their games at home. They have to park their cars in the streets surrounding the stadium. So they literally
It's
walk
like
to the
in
stadium
hotels,
and watch their
right?
supporters.
They don't want to carry on until they've sorted it out. Referee's telling him to play on.
So this will clearly lead to a bit of added time at the end of this first half. Plus, our best wishes to the supporter affected in that stand. Let's hope everyone's okay.
You said might be somebody who would have grabbed up on the fall down steps. It's all like steps in stadiums like concrete, yeah.
Slip down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Javaria.
Especially if you
Deals
get
up to
on
the
it.
left. Animal through the middle. Lopez. Lucian. De Frutos straight away look to get the cross in.
Oh,
And play to the edge of the box.
oh, nearly.
Played away by Lopez, who asked the question as to whether that might have been a corner, but they worked that really well, Ryan.
Just looked like he was going to pass it into the net. Lopez didn't really hit with much pace, just looking for the accuracy that far. Couldn't get it right at all, did he? I see Henderson just trying to look through Campbell's legs.
Looking for the perfect send-off tonight. Lopez could well be his final game for the club dealer in June. That's a nice ball by Pino, and now Munoz, and now Saar to try and return it to Munoz. Just hasn't quite yet clipped us in the final third.
So, I mean, he should get up there, and it's the good work there. It's just final pass cross has been an issue this season.
Not walking back again. Emergency people.
What a teammate he must be, Mateta. Infectious energy that he has. We've seen that in his post-match interviews in this European run, haven't we? Wharton to take this for the Eagles.
They're even there, number 7. He's there, don't
How
you?
do you
I
know
Is
don't
that?
that-
That's similar
know how you can do that. How can you do that with your arms around them?
He's doing it all the time, Marsh.
For Wayne Barr doing something about it. Look at that.
He's been dragged a couple of times by Palazon. He's got his hands full.
Powers on 1 or 2 Ryan players
Told you
already on a yellow, can't remember, along with Cease.
Look at his hair.
Or Ty just
That
slightly
is face.
off his line. In comes the corner. A good delivery in there. It's causing problems. Lacroix.
That's quite
Supporters stadium have gone out.
Don't need to.
It's going to be their ball.
He's been pretty low key going to the pitch in terms of attacking for the two teams.
I think he's been a shot on goal so far.
Alimar with the flick on. Garcia up against Campbell.
Thank you.
Palazon got there first and then was brought down. And they're going to have a free kick.
Hey, look at him, that fat ass rolling about.
Don't get much. Well,
To focus leg at that, and it just gave Palazon an opportunity. It's probably limited touch there.
it's game like a
It's
woman.
one for us so far in the game.
The referee kicked me.
And truly just how fit Wolfen is. Of course, wasn't pre-match start after picking up that ankle injury on the final day of the Premier League season. And he's so crucial in that midfield for the Eagles. Haven't had too many situations like this, Ryan. Palazon to take the free kick. Cease is one of those forwards. He's put a leg at that. And now somebody who really thrives on aerial service.
This one.
That's you. They're just lacking a bit of flow at the moment.
There's a few nerves out there. Both sorts of players, some of the players, that's for sure, just making decisions they wouldn't normally make.
Dino,
Oh,
nicely done. Munoz.
Exactly that
His
one,
way
that.
into the box. Mateta was already in there. That's a clever ball. Munoz gets to it.
and wow.
And Wharton's there as well. And Canada. The whistle had already gone. Ball decision.
Because against Munoz. Correctly. appreciation of his teammates with his passing. It's absolutely elite.
Weighted that so nicely, didn't they? Always looking to play it forward. Or surprised to somebody who's been left out of England squad. Of course, there is such competition for places.
So yeah, 6 seconds. And so on to play. Let's go look at
Flag up for offside.
Campbell again hasn't quite found his composure in this first half. He's going to go back right hand side and he just hasn't settled yet. Price got his work cut out either side of it. Just keeping a hold of Riyad, keeping a hold of Campbell.
It's come on so much, hasn't it, Campbell, in the second half of this season. I remember as well, haven't we? He's still only 19 years old, playing in a major European final. Riyad. Lacroix. Mitchell's header inside, it quite reach Mateta. Sarr with the touch wide.
Really got Sarr in the positions they want to get him into yet as well, Palace.
He's a player, Wharton says he loves playing with Sarr because of the runs that he makes. As we move into 4 minutes of added time at the end of the half, Mitchell keeps it in. Rancic wants it too long. Mitchell, Apino to the left of it. Sent it in towards Mateta instead. Is that the final pass, that cutting edge in the final third that Palace are still yet to find? The Flutos. Well played, Wharton. Mitchell. Camilla. Wharton.
office 50 clubs.
Wharton looking for Mateta. Sarr waits in the box. Wharton. Wharton with the cross.
Oh, should have done
What a
better.
chance that was. Ghosted into the box there. Mitchell, but couldn't quite find the finish.
Best chance just before half time. Of course, they can't believe it. What a
Should have got
ball
out there,
that is.
yeah, no one
Easy which he plays balls like that. Mitchell just probably got too much confidence on it. Got in a great position, yeah, alongside of his head.
Well, that ball in there, Lucy, is Adam Wharton all over. Wonderful. Best chance of the game comes in added time at the end of this first half.
This is like a couple of
They were ready to celebrate that because Palace fans, he's furious about the defending Inigo Perez. But that time, Lucy, they did find that final ball.
Yeah, runners in behind. Mitchell that time was involved in the last couple of minutes before that chance.
Chavarria with the throw. Malazon. Sis. Lopez.
Need to buy some order further again.
Another chance to get forward right at the end of the half. Mitchell. Kamada. Munoz in the back post. What have you made of what we've seen so far?
Yeah, I mean, Palace's best bit of the has been at both ends of the half. They started and finished, but just haven't managed to get over the line and score that goal that put a lot of Palace fans' nerves at rest. But certainly, this is the best chance of all of them.
They came to one of their own. It's been with Palace almost a decade. To Mitchell. Mateta. Mitchell. Dino. Well, there goes the half-time whistle. A half of few chances. The best one came in added time at the end of this first period. Tyreek Mitchell heading wide out for a gorgeous ball in there by Alan Wharton. And now with one of the better half chances perhaps for Rayo Vallecano. At half-time then in Leipzig, it is Crystal Palace 0, Rayo Vallecano 0.
How's your food of selfish position? Good to see. That is magic. Sell your car on Motorway. Sponsored this year day football on TNT Sports.
8 issue 15 seconds.
Brace yourself for a season to shout about. It was on HBO Max. Summer just got bigger. When a new sport meets blockbuster entertainment, you'll be jumping out of your seat. You know, all the drama, all the big names in one place. Summer will never be the same again.
Your driver called in sick tonight.
Why is everyone so horribly chipper today?
It's Bearish Day. Nationwide is giving over 4 million members £100 each. Again.
Sanitize me.
19th
£100 for the 4 million of our members through our Fairer Share payment. Nationwide, good way to buy.
It's like wearing a clown.
Everybody's looking forward to Britain. What you buy is your business. Giving you rewards on purchases is ours.
Let's go.
Backing your future. Experience amazing before you arrive. Lexus and its
So there's actually a lot more space.
Developed and funded by Eli Lilly and Company. If you're feeling stuck, trying to lose weight and keep it off, if it feels like something is always holding you back, it's not your fault. Obesity is a complex disease, influenced by many factors.
I'm mostly eating so much.
Visit obesityisaddisease.co.uk to learn more.
Pipeline's been more than fair.
6 of each one.
Yeah, can you put it down as a benefit for PIP?
No one here. Then it's been all be strawberries. And this will all be potatoes. And I'll just
Not a chance.
continue to band it and stuff.
Glenn's just used Confused.com and doesn't have the thought of car insurance weighing him
Trust
down
out.
anymore.
Can't believe we're getting married.
You're not getting married.
Insurance feels better when you've just used Confused.
Respect.
What's Superman like? Is he like you?
Miguel,
He sees the good in everything.
Perfect.
I see the truth.
Question 25.
We're such heroes. We're men.
With delivery?
Oh, nice to meet.
Oh, good. Cool. That's a good one.
There's nothing quite like a delivery. You in? Felix, you look like an adult palaver.
Since I moved over from Germany, I'm struggling to set up a bank account, let alone convert my euros. Nichts klappt.
Blimey.
Just
I've got
make sure
wires.
to
It's like having one current account in lots of currencies. I'm just a blooming bits.
It's as if you've been here for
why
years.
not future.
I've been here for donkeys.
A smart current account from Wise lets you manage your money at home and abroad, so you can live like a local wherever you are.
Right. Let's get your ducks in a row, we old chap.
Be smart, get wise.
Earlier today, Novak Djokovic safely made it through to the third round of Roland Garros, seeing off Frenchman Valentin Royer in 4 sets. Live coverage of this evening's play continues right now over on TNT Sports 4. Time in the Conference League final between Crystal Palace and Rayo Vallecano, and it is goalless at the break. It's been a half of few chances, as you can see there. No shot on target for either side. Glenn Hoddle and Jolien Lescott watching with me. The best chance of the half came through Crystal Palace right towards the end of the first half, Glenn. And has everything positive for them come through Adam Wharton?
Yeah, most of it has actually. It's been a tough and tight game, really. But here you see him just intercept, get the ball. Again, we talked about the way he looks forward quickly. Beautifully timed and weighted pass there. And that, you know, they might have actually got through one-on-one. This is the ball of the game so far. Beautifully weighted again. And my word, what a chance this is. It's just, Mitchell's just mistimed it. It's one of my headers, that. And I mean, you can't get a better chance than that.
Oh no, yeah, they would have worked on that. Obviously, the timing of the one was perfect, but then he just misjudged the flight slightly, and it's probably the wrong person in the right area to execute the header.
What have you made of Rayo's chances in that first half?
Yeah, against it, I think it's been cagey from both teams. I think this is a half chance. They have caused a bigger threat than I anticipated, to be fair. I think Palace has been the most nervy I've seen Palace at the back for a variety of reasons, and he probably should hit the target there. But overall, I don't think anyone's done enough to score a goal. And both teams will be thinking we can improve a lot in the second half.
Yeah, this was unlucky because it's just dry places in the bottom corner, and Henderson can't see it. His body weight goes to the right. He had no chance of getting that if it's inside the post. But I mean, that's the closest they've come. It's nip and tuck. You can't tell. You can't really read who's going to win this at the moment. Which let's hope it's more exciting in the second half, and I think we'll get a better game now.
It has been nervy, hasn't it? It's been a bit cagey, as you might expect with these two teams in a European final for the very first time. It's uncharted territory for them both. Plenty at stake. One of these sides could be 45 minutes away from a first ever European trophy.
Bloody trophies, isn't it?
TNT Sports, powered by BYD.
The mind can hold you back. Scared of the unknown.
I need 2 more.
Unwilling to change. But you can challenge that voice. Break free from what's expected. From what's comfortable. Knowing war is out there. Just waiting to be found. With the JQ7.
Get package holidays from £289 per person and flights from £37 one way. EasyJet, get out there.
Today we're not going to be funny.
No change there then.
Saving for your first home can feel almost impossible.
And the road to owning it can be a bumpy one.
That's why Santander have first-time buyer mortgages with deposits starting from just £10,000, even on larger loans.
Auto Sergey automatically checks for ways to save on your car and home insurance, so the hard work is done for you. The Compare the Market app, the simplest way to save.
Feel the difference with that fresh blade feeling. That lasts time after time after time. Gillette Labs, our best ever razor, with up to 30 smooth shaves per cartridge. The skin everyone wants to touch. Gillette, the best a man can get.
We see you battling those painful muscle cramps. Buscopan targets the cramps and stops bleeding pain in 15 minutes. Buscopan, your belly pain specialist.
Straight up, please. Straight down.
What's it taste like?
Summer. Una estrella, por favor.
Soba. Obama in I love the players like Lions.
She's seen it up here. Absolutely magic stuff. Sell your car on Motorway, sponsored this year of day football on TNT Sports.
This summer, the only place to watch every event live at the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games is on TNT Sports and HBO Max. We'll have over 600 hours of live coverage, and it all kicks off on the 23rd of July. Right now, though, the second half of the Conference League final in Leipzig is about to get underway. Joel Ward has snuck into the tunnel for us, and players are just about to head out for this second half. Joel, what have you made of the first 45 minutes?
Hi, Jules. I think it's been an evenly balanced first half. I think both teams have probably lacked out a little bit of quality in the final third. Vallecano have looked dangerous down maybe the left-hand side, trying to break overloads. I think as the game's gone on, Palace have got stronger, and I think the second half they need to just be patient, stick to the game plan, and know that the chances will come their way, and they'll be able to create something and hopefully take it. And I think that would be kind of the game plan going into the second half.
Joel, thank you very much. We'll let you get back to your seat and head out for the second half as well. As we can see the players gathering there in Arnold. Glenn, Jolien, what are you expecting from this next 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think improved automatically improved performance. Just have a little bit more pattern of play so that people can get a ball just to open them up a little bit. I don't think they've had enough opportunities to be in that last third and to create enough. We've seen one wonderful and Mitchell should have scored. So I think he just wanted to calm down and play a bit and get rid of.
Yeah, I think that'll be the key message is to composure, have good composure in the final third and try to execute some of the game that we've seen in the previous rounds.
Okay, back to our commentary team for the second half of the Conference League final. Lucy Ward and Adam Summerton.
Thank you, Jules. There's so much pressure on this game. Maybe it showed a little bit in the first half. Pressure felt by both clubs in equal measure, both aiming to win European silverware for the first time. And it's also a last chance to qualify for European competition next season. Tonight's winners will go into the Europa League. It's a double prize, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. And I think both managers will have key instructions. Rayo, if they doubled up the combos that have areas, it could overload Palace. Keep putting the ball up in the final third. It doesn't always come off. Tense. Running behind a little bit more. It's interesting to see if anything does change in the second half. But whichever gets the noses in front, trusting the team with the real pressure.
Less than a year after winning just over a year after winning the FA Cup, Palace with a chance to make history again. A club chasing a European dream. That is a team that keeps pushing the envelope.
Yeah, but one side.
There's manager. In possession with Sis.
We've got that players in the championship team, so there's the king key. Keeping manager, it's players.
Which is missing has caused two changes.
That's a lot of money out there.
Moving to the right hand side.
So we'll have to sell some players to get money back.
Brought the way out nicely there, Canada. That's a good ball. Mitchell with
Go on. Oh.
Coming in brilliant. Great ball from the back. Right to Mitchell's stride. In the end.
Rachel?
No,
the unit wants to slid in.
Yeah, I know.
Palace now attacking the goal, which the majority of their supporters are housed behind. Munoz with the throw in early into the second half. Sis let it behind. Sorry, Lucy.
Yeah, they're just sort of cancelled each other out in the first half, so it just needs a bit of brilliance at one end. You see Palace on that right hand side. They get better ball in the box, but certainly better from Mitchell at the start.
Palace looking to become the third English team to win this competition. Remember West Ham attacking the end behind which their supporters were housed in 2023. The same with Chelsea last season. Big goals came in each of those second halves. And Palace do the same. Canada. Red card for the foul on Dachi Kamada. Denied Lopez the player.
So well in central areas, certainly top form in this European campaign for Palace.
The other thing it brings as well is experience of winning a European trophy did it with that man, didn't he, at Frankfurt? Krasner's called Kamada a big game player. Camber. Valentin.
Valentin had the opportunity to just pass the ball forward quickly when they won it back. That was out of shape.
Sent forward by Lejeune. De Frutos with the ball in. Couldn't quite find Alan now. Flick on from Saab. Chabonnier was there for Ryan. Lejeune finds Ratio.
No, because I need all my stuff open so everybody can do it. I don't have nothing on.
Kamada.
Oh no, I'm not having fat ass in that. All right, yeah. No. What is okay? Who's out? Go on.
Munoz.
Right, week on Saturday.
First time by Kamada here to Wharton. Mitchell advanced down the left-hand side. Mateta making his way into the box here. He's been able to bring this a long way. There's to shoot like the
Right, I will need to call it tomorrow because I'll ask what she is going.
Thanks, man.
No, yeah, we're going to miss them as well. So.
Mateta.
Oh no!
That's the deadlock in Leipzig. And how they enjoyed that.
Well, he gave Anna Wharton the time and the space to run with the ball. Tell you what, Mateta doesn't need asking twice. Terrific play from
Well, I'll let you know tomorrow because it's surely
and then he
good.
makes
I'll
one
get some
the
rest.
shot. He isn't offside Mateta, but he reacted brilliantly. Probably wasn't expecting that coming so quickly.
Nobody
His
should
reaction was
be
brilliant. Halfway up his car, no one cares. We've just got covered in beer. We don't care. Brilliant for Palace.
Yeah, but it's £24 per person.
Potentially priceless.
Wow.
Sheer joy amongst those Palace fans.
Wow.
Needed
Wow.
He's so glad Glasner that his team.
Yeah, I wasn't knowing Marley. So I'll just have to look because I have got. I don't think I'm doing all that Saturday.
Let's see how Ryan
So what
reacts.
time is it?
Who isn't so important again?
I'm getting up Max nose.
Seems to be recording the face there. Holds the free kick.
Yeah.
This place is just alive to get that in.
You're right, how do you ring the bell?
It was everywhere.
I'll go in kitchen, yeah.
Well, Mateta's last 10
Well,
goals
that's
will
good,
be
good.
but only haven't scored away from Selhurst Park
Could be a yellow
since
card.
September. Would you believe a player who almost left the club in January for Italy? And how glad they are right now that that broke down.
I mean, big game player. Just looks like nothing phases him. Man for the big stage and terrific celebration as well. Every single Palace player over in that corner.
He's having some months, isn't he? Called up to the France squad for the World Cup. Now scores in a European final.
Palace fans behind. Glasner there. What a Ryo got. Sol looks like he's alright.
Look at Wharton's face. Says it all, doesn't it? Almost childlike that, doesn't it? real release of emotion that was. But still a long way to go in this final. Forward towards Pino. Cleared by Lejeune. The Rayo reaction's going to be interesting here, but they can't keep it.
Whoa.
To be clipped there for King Palace.
Survive.
Rayo players, I don't think there was as much contact as the referee thought. He's in a great position. And he's got it flattered, hasn't he? No room for complaining there. Lejeune just takes him out.
And he stands on him. Well, I should check that. What can you stand on him? Oh, it kicked him then.
Just shows though, Adam, when you have a shot on goal like Waterloo, anything can happen. Now he fires into the back of the net, comes off someone goes, or it comes off the goalkeeper, you're following in.
Proper poacher's goal is the difference in Leipzig. And again, we get another chorus of we're on our way from the Palace fans. Dino looks like he fancies this. Is there too. Matteo beaten once, and Palace do it again. Dino.
Oh! Oh!
Hit the post twice.
Wow, how did that so?
It was almost perfection.
Unbelievable.
What a let up from Rayo.
Oh, he's getting all his injured.
Palace,
Yeah.
2 or 3 attempts in the end. Right. Free kick from Pino.
Kick back.
Bang. Too early
Wow.
anyway, but hits both posts. He can't get on the end of it. Maybe we'll be given offside anyway for Korea.
How many times has that thing like that and going?
Matteo at full stretch. Saved by the post. Palace right on top in this final.
Saved by both points.
Wharton. Good ball. 3 forward here.
Somebody out of this Spanish team is going to get sent off.
Alone here. Mateta.
Yeah! Oh! Shut up! That was a right save.
That was just going to bounce into the back of the net. Palace get a second while they're on top here. Rayo really wobbling in the back.
Should have been offside.
A little bit behind Mateta. It's a good block in the end. Just sent it the wrong side of the post as far as
Look at the goal, isn't it?
Rayo are concerned. Goalkeeper did really well.
It's a brilliant save, isn't it? But they're coming to all sorts of pressure here. Rayo. Palace pushing for a second. Been much better in this second half, the Eagles. Wharton sent it in there. Can Rayo counter? Numbers flooding forward here. De Frutos couldn't get hold of it though, and Wharton, who's been excellent for Palace, was there again.
Oh, come on, ref, I couldn't even see that. They were looking
How
for
good
it.
was that free kick? So close.
Such a shame for Pino that was at the second Palace goal. I just think 2 quick fire goals there might have just been enough for Palace. Just one. Still in it.
And Leeds United got friendly against Leipzig.
Has a go. It was pretty routine that goal.
This is Leipzig 13 the playing. isn't it?
Something to get their fans going at that end of the pitch.
Sure, I've seen somewhere that they got
And that's a Rayo side on a 9-game unbeaten run, 6 wins, 3 draws in all competitions. Have to go back to the second leg of their quarter-final in this competition against Ike Athens on the 16th of April for their last defeat. There were 3 3-0 down in that game. Karazov got the goal that made it 3-1 and ultimately sent them through. But Palace have been so on top in this second half.
Yeah, I mean,
Now we need a clean
we're so
really.
confident the way that plays the game with this Palace side and really
That's
get
all
it
well.
enough.
It's just one where
That first half much better.
your team coming through.
But in the second,
Really spending money on that. You just got 144 million for finishing it.
He's been great in this second half. Mitchell up and down that left flank. Player who celebrates a decade with the club in July. Joined when Brentford's academy closed in 2016, the longest serving current player. Can only imagine what it would mean to him to win this, what it would mean to them to win this. It would mean so much, it's hard to even quantify it really.
I remember watching the FA final when they won it. So I don't
Let's say the number 10, what
to
they're
do
on the
how
back.
to celebrate, just almost in tears.
Could get away with buying nobody got a number 10, but it depends who goes out, but I'm about strike going out.
He had to do something. All this gets away from Rayo.
You should take Jones with
Well, then they'll be looking for
Dino's
him.
ball in and so was there and so was Williams.
I think nobody else believes
you.
he was going to get it. It's really fisted.
You have played for
It's
the
really attacking, isn't it? Wing back. Great play from Dino. He's playing brilliantly.
James won't go time and info to run
So many of these Palace players have upped their game in this second half and they've done it collectively as well. Dino's confidence, no doubt, given who's coming into this, having been named in the Spain squad for the World Cup. He admitted actually the other day he was more nervous about that squad being named than he was for this game. Palace on with the header. Just can't get going at the moment, Rayo Vallecano.
Just need to turn the screw at this point. They nearly got the second. But to keep going, just stop Ryan from finding the feet again.
We've got some players who don't know them.
Looks like it's going to be a couple of changes.
One went to there.
Just do something different there. It's just to disrupt the rhythm, the momentum that Palace have
It's an 18 year old, you just load them out now.
Well, Jack House.
Find somebody to
I need to make it like a corner.
not really what's the value, and that's why they're on it.
Garcia
I'm sorry his contract runs out.
couldn't get hold of it.
And then
Foul and a yellow card. Fourth Rayo player to be
you know,
booked.
so you-
in his hand. So quick.
that's our value.
What you do?
He's been fouled so many times in this game just because he just mixing up with players who touches the ball.
So you stay there. Yeah.
So now come these changes. Unai Lopez, one of those coming off.
So it's
For Pedro Diaz. And Mendy is going to be brought on as well. And it's the captain, Valentine, who's been taken off. Ratio. Throwing taken quickly. Mendy ceased playing a little further forward now. Has played much of his career as a central midfielder. Chavarria. Palace on the edge of the box. Going to get some service into Alimau. And that ball's not good enough. Nowhere near.
When he goes on at 1-0 though, just be millions amongst Palace fans. Can they get that second goal?
Kamada. And it goes to Mitchell with plenty of space to work with. Dino shows inside. Good ball by Kamada. Dino full of confidence. Finds Mitchell. Oh, well played Mitchell. And he shot into the side netting for himself.
Play for Mitchell. Just comes inside, allows Dino to go left. So it's a player of his quality, it's a chance really.
Well, we have a super weekend to look forward to on TNT Sports and heavier match with over 300 hours of live action, including the UEFA Champions League final, the Women's FA Cup final, Prem Rugby, Roland Garros, MotoGP, UFC, and Giro d'Italia cycling. That is some weekend ahead, isn't it? We're really enjoying this Conference League final at the moment. Palace are, with added time in a minute, probably around half an hour away from the first ever European trophy. How special that would be. Many followers of Spanish football will tell you that his team, it's a big part of their character. They fight right till the very end.
Still play with that aggression, still play with the emotion that they're well known for. They're still going a little quieter than the Palace fans, but whenever it's 1-0, there's always a chance.
But it's only Rayo's second European season as a club, the last back in the 2000-2001 season when they made the UEFA Cup quarterfinals. Lost to Alaves in the last 8. He went on to be beaten by Liverpool in that crazy final. Camber. Camber always seems to find space.
Camber's done well. Really, really well. It's been some top performances, particularly this second half. Palace have really got going.
How Palace fans would love him to stay. His contract up in the summer. Munoz. Lacroix. Referee's pulled the play back here with Lejeune. Looks forward.
That's a let off for Palace. I just think the ball through, there probably wasn't on. Referee got a little bit of a touch on it. Fortunate for Rayo, but
I think it's just
let Palace off the hook.
we could pause one more. We could place it after.
Still just the one attempt on target for Rayo. They have had the more of the ball.
Place it over
55% possession.
Place to
But they're Palace are comfortable with that. They don't beat out the ball to the ball.
place to over.
I can probably the best when they don't have the majority of possession.
Placement top is okay. Open downwards to there.
Now by Riyad. Chavarria. Palace on. Nice ball. And they've got it behind here. And Lacroix came across. And into side netting it goes. Goal kick given. Great run that wasn't it by Garcia.
That's a let off for Campbell that just caught napping. It's allowed the run in behind. Let's see the movement in behind. It got ball watching. Good defended in the end.
So check.
The job he's done, Inigo Perez with this team. 2 8th place finishes in a row for a man who might have been working in the Premier League alongside Andoni Iraola at Bournemouth as assistant at. He's worked there but gone through. And Iraola went to Bournemouth. But he's really built 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Very Raul Letiz. That's Raya.
He's evolved in quite as wild at times as Irala, but he's certainly got this team buzzing. It's a European final. Did so well in the league and all expectation.
Powers on.
Cease. Getting downwards.
The Flotos
Another week for future play.
Just struggling for rhythm and threat here, the Spanish side. There's a launcher coming there, and it's a danger man coming on here. So Garcia and the Frutos, the players who come on. Espino's coming on, and so is Sergio Cabello. Who they signed from Atletico 4 years ago. He's in good form, 5 goals across his last 8 games, including 2 in the last 2. Player capped by Spain extensively at youth level. He scored 2 goals in extra time. Cabello to give Spain that 5-3 win over France in the gold medal game at the Olympics in 2024. Sarr making a run on the right. It's still with Mateta, the goal scorer. Daichi Kamada. Munoz. Cabo is clever. Twenty minutes, 20 nervy minutes to go in. I know there's thousands of Palace fans watching on at Selhurst Park as well. Thousands of Lion fans watching on at Vallecas. Wharton heads forward. This is Sarr. Showed too much of it to Javaria. Pedro Diaz was caught. Espino and Alimao waits in the box. They can't get quality ball into him. Pedro Diaz the header. And Lazio might be tempted to hit it. Punts in a good ball instead. And the Rodriguez Palace free kick.
Yeah, I think Espino's cheating now. He's basically staying on the pitch, so Campbell needs to concentrate. He's going in behind. He's not really tracking back and defending, he's just staying in those sort of areas on that left hand side. He's just come on and a couple of times now Campbell's allowed in behind.
It's primarily a left back Espino that can play further forward. And here in Strand Lars is going to be introduced shortly by Oliver Glasser. Comes here to Pino, and he's found
Oh,
Sarr.
that's a joke straight
And
away.
Munoz goes down.
No, it's
Free kick
upset.
to the referee. Raya looked to counter. Palaton.
Oh,
Promising attack here for Raya. Lazio. Again, they get that ball wrong. And there it was. They made the run in the box, but Lazio couldn't find it.
At the other end, Sarr just couldn't get the ball in front of him. Not sure it was a foul on Munoz. There you go, that's how close that was.
Already looking forward to next season's European action. And in the UEFA Champions League, we have 186 matches live. Of course, we have the Europa and Conference League matches as well. Every match live next season on TNT Sports, plus 52 live Premier League matches and comprehensive coverage of the men's and women's FA Cup. Loads to look forward to on TNT Sports and HBO Max. We're going to see some legends in action as well, which is always brilliant. These Palace players will make themselves legends if they see this through. Amazon seem to be clipped. And a yellow card shown for Dino Usaita. Maurizio Maniani, but it's my first one.
Referees on the roll, the goals just cut his heels, didn't he? This is a chance for Rayo. Sounds after this game.
What is it? It's 15.
Well, how close Dino came to making it 2 with that beautifully struck free kick earlier on. Now he gives away the free kick from which Rayo seek an equaliser. Heading towards the final quarter of an hour in Germany.
So
much to do. The captain Henderson, like that change here, it's been paced out by Lucian is there as well. Just like a free kick from distance, the centre back. He was on. Somewhere up top.
Teta. His words is absolute socks off of it. Teta, right at the start.
For the Palace fans, in the ball after that goal. And on comes the club record signing Strand Larsen. Here is that. Teta goal, instinct to finish.
Brilliant. Just stuck his leg out. Very coordinated. Crisp, constant celebration. Brilliant from Mateta.
By the way, when they were all in the air there, imitating that kick, how could have still floating in the back and I would imagine that'll be on the walls of many Palace fans if they see this through.
Palace just need to tighten up the distances between the lines and be a little bit loose in terms of losing possession and it becoming a little bit more like a basketball game, which is certainly what Glasgow will not want.
Well, Strand Larsen we saw come on to great effect against Shakhtar in the first leg of the semi-final, scored a lovely goal, such a calm, confident finish from him. It comes on with that Rayo back line, tiring perhaps.
He's going to work as hard as Mateta did.
Quite limited by Munoz. So another change here. Palazon is coming on. And it's a player who they would have loved to have started, I think, tonight. Moroccan international, Ilias Aklamash, who hands the armband over here to Sis. It can be a real threat. Ilias Aklamash.
Nothing.
So now just recently, since the end of April, with a thigh injury, have been playing through the pain of an ankle injury before that. But he's somebody that Palace are going to have to keep an eye on.
These wide areas need to do something a little bit different. She's rolled the dice a few times now. Perez.
Cleared by Lacroix. Le Jeu heads it forward. Knocked down by Wharton. Lucian. Misjudged by Mitchell. And now waiting in the middle as others arriving as well. Henderson did well. And Palace clear. Flipped on by Larson. Just one or two sides of Palace backing up a little bit.
They're just sinking a little bit deeper. So the distances between the lines, the greater they are, that just makes it easy for Raya to up it about.
Cameo has brought this a long way. Chavarria with the chance to cross. And Pedro Diaz will pick it up. And one or two appeals for a penalty there as well. It was Ali Mal who went down. Let's hear in the second half this for Raya. Cameo. Can they find an equaliser? Or can Palace keep them out? Lazio.
Changes have just energised Raya, haven't they?
This is looking
They're
so.
trying to hit one from distance.
It's a poor decision. They've got a bit of momentum, haven't they, Raya?
5 for 5. And
It's Oliver Glasner to bring on Ebon. Yes, on here.
That's as well against them.
He's on a yellow card, he goes off. Yes, on looking to the camp. He first played to win 2 European trophies in one season. He played 7 times for Villa in the Europa League before his winter window move to Palace.
I think Gordon and Barcelona.
Ryan Vance. Close to tears here. In fact, I think there were some tears there. As I said earlier, it's so hard to even put into words to quantify how much this means for both of these football clubs and their loyal supporters. Each playing in their first major European final. Rayo have never played in any major final before. Riyad. Yes, on the Ogden. Pedro Diaz.
She says Finley's been like, well, she invited me to go to a bingo charity thing on Saturday at 1:30 at that firehouse. She says it's £11 each. You know where they used to fire? Yeah. The Dutch used to with them. So I really want to go. Says, I'll let you know.
They were losing 3-0 against Athens in the quarterfinals.
So she says,
began singing.
oh, she says, I Finley.
A club that always go
We're
right to
working
the
at
end.
Rotherham. And she says, you'll have to come and get me, Mum. I'm really cold. So she gets locked inside.
Find a way to level this. Yellow
So
card
Rachel
shown
said,
to
I'm driving
Maria.
back to Rotherham for you.
When we got on his car,
I don't know. She just says,
we get
anyway.
a lift off the cars.
He might have got a lift, drove to work and then got a lift off backwards. So anyway, she says, no, she says, I told you the smart
Pedro Diaz puts it in there.
So she says, go to the chemist name and show the chemist it. So he went to the chemist and she looked at his so she says, I think you've got Quincy. So I want you to go straight to hospital.
You can't say Quincy, so it's looking for her.
You've got, it's all swollen, shit fast, you've got to go.
Yeah, but that's not Quincy, is it?
Yeah.
Quincy's around you.
No, it's not
Ten
Quincy.
minutes. So did he have it?
Not in pain. So he says, you'll have to go to the hospital with it because it looks like Quincy. So he phoned Rachel.
Through it goes.
So then he says, Rachel says, phone 111.
Quincy, you can't walk, can you?
So he phoned 111 and got an appointment. And he says, oh, it's Seacroft Hospital, Mum, I have to go.
Well, this month,
So
25
maybe
years
it's
ago,
Seacroft Hospital.
Jamie Friedman's
So Rachel went to
Palace from dropping into English football's third tier.
So Rachel got to Seacroft Hospital, paid
of a European trophy. 7 minutes of the 90 left.
Text him, where are you? He says, I'm at so place. So she says, where are you? I'm at the doctor's. Well, you told me to go to the Seacroft Hospital. Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant our doctor's on your road.
The Quincy then, because Doctor would go out for you.
So she went to York Road, went to see this doctor. And, oh no! Anyway, like what Quincy? Listen. So she,
What?
It wasn't Quincy.
I know it won't because they took you straight. You're not blown light if it's Quincy.
So she got to the doctor's and she says it was this really scruffy woman, she says.
Welcome.
She had trainers on and a big hole in the thighs.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and she went, how do you fail? So he said he felt sick.
You said I found on top of the world, that's why I'm talking to you.
So Rachel was trying to sit, so she doctor says, I am talking to him. So Rachel says, I'm his mother. So she says, are you drinking and eating all right? So he says, I can't swallow very well. I'm trying to drink, but I'm not very well. And it's really, really burnt and really sore. So she went, well, you write that on something. So I'll write you a prescription. So Rachel says, stop. You won't even get to this one. So how do you know it's that? So she says, we can tell. So Rachel says, have you looked in his records? Because we're doctors. He gets tonsillitis a lot. No, he went, maybe like big wings. Well, I don't know. No, I'll give you some antibiotics. So I want a second opinion. So she's saying, well, what do you want a second opinion? So I
don't only give her what they were going to give her. I'm going to give her antibiotics.
I'm telling you now, you won't even look at it. Oh, you're even found it. She says, it's awful, tell you. She says, don't believe me. So she says, so she says, well, if you don't believe me, we'll have to go down to the hospital. So Rachel says, no, a second opinion. And like, what was the doctor? She's willing to wait. No quarter now. So Rachel says, that's fine by me. So when they went back in,
yeah, sure.
the doctor says, oh, what's it? She says, she never even looked at the floor.
Serve him on Taco Tuesdays, which happens every Tuesday.
She's like, is she a doctor? Didn't she know what she's doing?
So they'll be getting a letter from surgery to say,
so Phyllis says, well, what's that? She says, I won't go. She says, what if it was? I'm not saying it was. What if it was? She wouldn't know.
If it was Quincy, he wouldn't be able to travel from all around the
So it's since January 30th, 6 p.m. I could scream it, but yeah, not really.
She says, we used to have Dr. Swayze and all that years ago. My mum had a look at that. So that was. She says, I couldn't believe after chewed on her, and she was so dirty. She looked like she needed a book.
See, but if you're only getting, you have to check what you're getting, aren't you? If it's an emergency thing. But if you've got time and you ain't got for an appointment, you have to say, I don't want to see her later.
Ambulance had to get an appointment. I didn't ambulance, I didn't see a doctor's appointment.
So he ended up getting antibiotics.
Yeah.
Which the chemist could do. Chemist could have done it. First time. That's what does my head in. You say chemist. Don't go that to come and see that. But you chemist have no idea. No idea. Somebody who went in and says, can I have some antibiotics for somebody? I'm documenting and says, oh, I can't write a prescription for antibiotics. What? What do you look at me and say, please? I remember that time when I thought Becky had twins, she couldn't watch that time when she was.
She did have twins?
Yeah. Was she Chimo, what, set 8?
When she first started doing it, it was like tonsillitis because she'd been to doctors day before and he said she had tonsillitis, but it wanted to clean.
And did go like into straight into hospital, didn't they? You have to go straight in. And did they give her intravenous antibiotics?
They took her to Jimmy's and then Jimmy's provided her straight to LGI.
It's serious, it's good, isn't it?
You have to take her down to
That's why they made that TV program on
you have to take her down to theatre and put it open.
Quentin's not like a now, is it? So the thing as well, you get Rob Collins,
playing in the second tier with Oviedo to a European
Keep
final.
when you're calling
get
for that.
diamonds.
Desperate for a chance in the closing minutes. Last minute of the 90.
He had someone that's got a funny name.
You'll be able to cut that his foot off and then she had to cut that weakness.
Quentin's a serious carry on.
He was nicknamed the fan of the
Somebody just go offhand and say, oh, secret skin, so I can't give you up for it.
Which is this, oh, right then, finger. Go right, saying it got tonsillitis.
It's the only way you get through. I mean, anyway, it's only a doctor. You're not talking to God.
She says, she says, how can they tell what's up with your ship even though?
It's only a doctor you're talking to, isn't it? It's not somebody special.
And see, as well, she says, well, I'm not saying I knew it was tonsillitis because she'd get it a lot.
You've got a record
But
of it.
she says, how did that doctor didn't know it was Lindsay if she didn't even look?
Good start. Oh, chances. Oh, saving over that one. Quick on him out, told you. Keep running, get in box. Don't touch you. Shoot! Oh,
Oh, just run out of energy, Mitchell. Well played. Well played.
What did you have for tea? Oh, nice.
Just wanted to be the pressure really bit. So we just got on his right, him and gets on. Brilliantly here.
Oh, someone's pinched your spot. Shall we go and look around? Let's go look around. Say, do you mind moving your car?
What's up against the West Ham? They got relegated 2 years.
Yellow card for Espino. Just desperate to get hold of the ball here. Raya.
Just playing into Palace's hands here. Just probably take the time again over this restart. It's better game management. They've just lost a little bit of control after scoring. Not getting that second Palace, but they've just wrestled it back.
6 minutes and up again.
Well, it doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to be effective. Let's not see this out now. They go on the attack, Simon like he maybe was being held. Kamea. Stram Larsen. Raya desperately trying to win it back. They get a free kick.
They've got that Stram Larsen. It's going to be a big football field. Just need to be ready.
Well, they are on their way, they're nearly there. Launch forward by Mataya. Well into touch by Stram Larsen.
Which one go on so Scott?
Situation now for Palace.
Espino with the long throw. Comes out here to Pedro Diaz. Plenty in the box to aim at. This shot was deflected. A lot like that. Should have been a corner.
Really good position. There's his pleading his case. We're trying to look as innocent as possible. Not long.
He's already asking the question. Oliver Glasner.
I've got more lines with a few. Okay.
He's always said how his team shows togetherness, belief. They stick together when they've had to do that through some difficult times this season. It's their 60th game of the campaign, their longest ever season.
It's just
There's just seconds remaining in that season. And the trophy's so close they can almost reach out and touch it. Strand Larsen. Is the time for one last attack for Rayo? Diaz. Akumash.
Yeah.
It's not enough quality in the final third from Rayo. That could be it.
Despair for Inigo Perez, delight for Palace. It's silverware in Sicily for the Eagles. Glasner has brought European glory.
I'd rather in that black six tonight. What family is that really? They've all been proud of them, so yeah, haven't they?
Special of memories made.
Don't know how that other bottom. England's
Truly had it so good. Crystal Palace are the conference leaders. They have their first European trophy. Mateta, the difference maker, despair for Rayo Vallecano. But it's Palace's night in Leipzig.
Yeah, brilliant. Palace, where they've set the best performances for Europe. And they have the experience now. They got the goal. They should have had a second, but they managed to see the game out. Had a little bit more quality than Rayo. Fully deserved.
What a moment. Mateta with that poacher's goal. Sheer joy for all connected with this football club. Won their first ever major honour a year ago, the FA Cup at Wembley. The contrast in emotions is so stark. Rayo miss out. This, remember, their first ever major final in their history. They just didn't have enough lucid.
No, they got in good positions, but just didn't have the quality in front of Palace's goal. Dean Henderson really wasn't tested too much at all. It looked quite comfortable. And as soon as they got themselves in front in a game that really desperately needed a goal, you can only really see it going one way.
So Glasner bows out in the perfect way. We'll be back for the trophy celebration. But it's Palace who win here. It finishes Crystal Palace 1, Rayo Vallecano 0.
Incredible. Crystal Palace have a European trophy. Oliver Glasner said the best day at this club is still to come, and that day is now here. Crystal Palace are the Conference League winners for 2026.
So hey guys, so that was subscribe button and show. Peace out. Bye guys.
You can add this one to the list as well. Glenn Hoddle, Jolie, and Leicester
Share to
watching
your
with me.
family, friends and peers. Peace.